Assalamualaikum, Miss Ayu. Good morning.
Hello, Miss Teddy. Good morning.
And this one should be Miss Shahnas. Assalamualaikum, Miss Shahnas. Good morning.
Waalaikumsalam. Good morning, Miss Teti.
Okay. Hello, Mas Putri. Assalamualaikum. Good morning.
Hi, Miss. Waalaikumsalam.
Okay. So we have 3 people already. And it seems that only Miss Putri is at the office. Oh, Miss Shahnas is at the office at the moment.
No, Miss, I'm work at home.
At home. Okay. So why are you wearing a mask then?
Because I'm not a makeup.
And so what? Oh, the only reason, this is the truth. The only reason why I wear lipstick is because the students, the learners actually said, Miss, it's easier to see your mouth when you're wearing a lipstick. So it's easier to understand you. That's it. So that's why I'm wearing red lipstick, only so that learners can see me better. But other than that, I don't wear makeup as well. So feel free. Okay, so Ms. Dwi is also here. Our agenda today is to have a review of all lessons, since you are going to have your final test later. Let's wait for Ms. Dwi. Hello, Ms. Dwi. Good morning. Assalamualaikum.
Good morning, Miss Teddy.
So this is the procedure for the final test. When in the mid-test, you don't have a writing part, you don't have the written part of the test. In the final test, there will be writing. 25 minutes of at the beginning of the test will be for writing, and you are expected to submit the writing when the 25 minutes are over. And then after that, you are going to have the oral test, just like the mid-test. So 2 by 2. The mid-test was 2 by 2, right? You and a partner. So it will be like that again. And you are going to make a conversation. Okay, so there you go. To practice for our final test, I suppose last session with Miss Amel, you had your writing. Was it? Oh no, not last session. 2 sessions ago. When you compare about 2 hotels.
Yeah, Miss.
There are writing
That's,
comparison to hotel.
okay, so that's for the writing part. So that's the kind of writing that you will also do for the final test. Okay. Except that there's a time, it will be only 25 minutes or so. Okay, Ms. Fifi is also here. Let's wait. Good morning, Ms. Fifi. Assalamualaikum.
Waalaikumsalam.
From our mid-test, from the mid-test the last mid-test, sorry, not the last session. From the mid-test, did you have any difficulties with the conversation? I heard that some people went blank from Miss Amel. So, Miss Teti, some of them didn't speak up. What do you mean didn't speak up during the test? They were confused and just went blank. Oh, okay. So, did that happen to you?
Maybe.
during the mid test? No? Nobody had the blank one here. Okay, so it's fine then. But just to make sure, we are going to practice that kind of conversation again to get you ready for the final test. Okay, so if you take a look at this practice, we have 5 practices like this in our student book. So this is from unit 1. You have student A, start the conversation, and so on. And then this is from unit 2, talking about workstation. Then of course, unit 3, you're talking about your opinion. Okay. And unit 4, talking about your job description. And the last one, unit 5, is actually presenting a chart or a graph. Okay, so we are going to practice this. This is how we are going to do it. I'm going to appoint 2 people, and you will get 1 or 2 minutes to study the responses. So to take a look at this part, student A, student B, but no practices. And then you are going to have a 3-minute conversation with your partner. Deal? So the first one is you cannot choose your partner. The second one, you cannot choose the conversation because I'm going to choose the, okay, I'm going to choose the conversation and from which unit. And then the third one, you are not going to practice it, but you are going to do it right away. Are you ready? Oh, Miss Ayu is already nodding her head. Yes. Okay, so I know this is Monday and everybody is busy on Monday. Thank you for joining us, Miss Dewey. Miss Dewey is still, well, everyone is multitasking, I know. Thank you. So thank you for joining the session. Let's start then. I'm going to choose the first one. Why did I, hang on, there. Ini, mini, miny, mo, catch tiger by the toe. Miss Putri. And ini, mini, miny, mo, catch tiger by the toe. Miss Fifi, you are going to be the first one. Okay, and you're going to do conversation from unit 2. This one. Okay. You have 1.5 minutes to study the exchanges. Miss Fifi is going to be student A. Miss Putri is going to be student B. What happened? Okay, ready? Miss Putri, Miss Fifi. you may start the conversation. You have 3 minutes. Start from now.
Okay, I will be student E, Miss. Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. Hello, Putri. Long time no see.
Hi, Miss Vivi. I'm fine. How are you today, Miss Vivi?
I'm fine too, thank you. And by the way, yesterday I saw your Instagram and I think you have a new room. That's right.
Yes, Miss Vivi. Thanks for the appreciate, Miss Vivi. I have a new room in campus B.
Okay. Um, do you like your new room or you prefer to old room, Miss Putri?
Yes, of course, because my room is fully furnished and it's a cozy place for me.
Oh, it's amazing. And I think you will comfortable with your new room. And where is the location? It's in your old room.
It's not Miss Vivi. The location in campus B is in the ground floor. And when you open the gate, you will find my room. And in the area, there are several rooms. There are auditorium, library, and other toys.
Oh, your room near to the door, actually. And how about the auditorium? It's for general or just for internal of UIC?
I think auditorium is for public, sometimes not just for students, but the other people from external can use it.
Hmm. So I can visit your room someday.
Of course, you can go to my room and I will invite you to the library because the library is a favorite place. Many
Yes,
people in here.
it looks so amazing. So I really want to know more about your room. Okay. Thank you about your information, Miss Putri. Bye.
Okay, Miss Vicky, goodbye.
Excellent. Wow, Miss Vivi, you really used or applied so many conversational tips, such as asking for more information and then closing and beginning the conversation smoothly. Miss Putri, you too, you don't describe just with short sentences, but you actually describe more from what you are asked. So that's also a good way to prolong your conversation. Well done. That's a very good conversation. Thank you, you two.
Thank you, Miss.
I hope you can perform that well for the final test. Okay. The next one, let's have, oh, Miss Dwi is gone. Miss Dwi. Okay, let's have Miss Ayu and Miss Yahnas then, because Mr. Hafiz just arrived. And good morning, Mr. Hafiz. Assalamualaikum.
Waalaikumsalam. Good morning, Miss.
Okay, so we are practicing for the final test later. We are also reviewing things from all lessons. At the moment, we are going to try making conversations just like your mid-test using student A, student B without practicing and only have time to check the instructions. Okay. Miss Ayu, Miss Shahnas, are you ready? Of
Yes,
course. And Miss Ayu is like, okay, so you are going to perform. Wait, why is my cursor not? conversation 3, this one. Okay. You have 2 minutes to study the instructions. Miss Shahnas, you are going to be student B. Miss Ayu, you are going to be student A. Okay, ready, Miss Shahnas and Miss Ayu? You may start the conversation now. You have 3 minutes to do it.
All right. I am for student B and Miss Ayu student A.
Yes, Miss Ayu is student A.
Okay. Hello, I am Ayu. I am from academic staff. And how about you, Miss? Do you from the another branch?
Hello. I will introduce myself. My name is sama-sama LIA. I'm from International Office.
Oh, I see. How's your new office, Miss?
From the new office. Yes, Miss Ayu. Your question is new office.
Oh, how about your new office, Miss?
Oh, my new office is amazing. It's a quiet, clean from my office, and then for the table is big, so make me do something is much easier. Something like that, Miss Ayu.
Yeah. And how do you like your job, Miss?
My job from international office is very amazing, and then I will learn much for the international office because it's my first time to part of international office, Miss Ayu.
Yeah. And how about the situation from your department, Miss? It's demanding or so yeah. So challenging.
Because international office is first part in UIC, so have a many tasks to learn about international office. I think it's challenging because I have to learn and learn about new tasks in UIC. I think something like that, Miss Ayu. Mhm.
I think your department have to encourage dynamic environment, Miss.
Thing like that. I have encouraged dynamic environment because I only staff and my boss just I have to international office just to employee. So mm, uh, must be dynamic environment, Miss Ayu.
How about to set up the board on the wall, Miss, so the employee can write the they want in that board.
Oh, setting up a board in,
The wall.
I think is good for the best place in front of the elevator, because many people can see about the new information. I think like that, Miss Ayu. For the student new and old student have a new information, and the information can be informed to all people in OIC. I think in the best place in front of the elevator, Miss Ayu.
Oh, the position of the board is beside the elevator, like that.
No, Miss Ayu, in front of is there.
In front
In
of. Oh,
uh
yeah. I
in
see.
front of, not beside, but in front of. Before wait it get in elevator, so people can be see the board. I think something like that.
And why not the board in beside the door, Miss?
Because maybe the beside elevator not we see it, because the small room. I think something like that, Miss Ayu.
Okay, Miss Sahnas, thank you for your discussion and hope you have new dynamic environment soon. Thank you.
Thank you, Miss Ayu. Goodbye.
Bye.
Okay, there you go. That was actually over 4 minutes. So I was already okay. So usually during the test, the time that you spend also to create the conversation is important. If the test requires you to make the conversation in 3 minutes and you pass 3 minutes, usually, I'm not sure with Miss Amel, but usually the proctor will say thank you and stop your conversation. So it means that if you have two more points to make and you already used your time, you will not get the full point because you already missed the 2 points here. But since this is a practice, I let you continue your conversation into the end. However, Miss Ayu, I think you actually spent a little bit too much time in the greeting part. Okay, to get to the second part, tell your ideas about encouraging dynamic environment. So that part can be shortened. Um, you can just start by, so tell me, what do you think about? You can use something like that to go straight to the point of conversation. So for example, hi Shahnas, sorry, you don't know each other, okay, a new employee. Oh, you see an employee from another, okay, so hi Shahnas, what do you think about your department and so on, blah, blah, blah. Okay, and how about encouraging new dynamic environment? Do you have anything, or you can use blah, 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 and then Mishanas can show the interest. By the way, Mishanas, you can ask back about Miss Ayu's division instead of answering only. So you only replied to Miss Ayu, but your division, right? But you can actually ask back, like, how about you, Miss Ayu? What do you think about your own department? Okay, so something like that. Just a short reply to show that you are also interested in your partner's conversation. Okay. Um, and this one, I think Miss Shahnas missed this point. Ask about his or her idea to encourage. So you actually said we only have two employees for the international international department, and it's only me and my boss. So we have dynamic environment, but the task requires you to ask about his or her idea. So you can always ask, but what do you think about it? Do you have any idea how to encourage more dynamic environment? Okay, so something like that. Okay. But other than that, that was excellent already. Both of you speak um, without dominating each other. So sometimes that's what we have in partners. One person is dominating the conversation that it took so long for the other partner to speak something. But it was nice that the two of you didn't dominate the conversation. So well done, Ms. Shahnas and Ms. Ayu. The next one, oh, I haven't greeted Miss Odi and Miss Tita. Good morning, Miss Odi. Good morning, Miss Tita. We are
Miss.
we are practicing for the final test. As oh yeah, Mr. Hafiz too. You were still not here when I talked about the final test. So the final test will begin with a 25-minute writing session. You will have to write something based on what you've already learned, and you need to submit it before the oral test. So 25 minutes finish, and you need to submit the writing. After that, the final test will be continued with an oral test. Just like the mid test, you are going to have the oral test 2 by 2, and you are going to have to do a conversation with your partner using prompts. So like this. Okay, these are the prompts, and you are going to have the conversation, practicing it. Okay, so we have 5 units that we have learned. So far, Ms. Fifi and Ms. Putri have done conversation 2. Ms. Ayu and Ms. Shahnas conversation 3. So now we are going to try with Mr. Hafiz and Ms. Odi. Are you ready? Okay. You are going to do conversation 1, this one. You have 2 minutes to check your prompts, to check the instructions, but no practice. Mr. Hafiz, you are going to be student A. Ms. Odi, you are going to be student B. Later, after you study this, you will have to make a 3-minute conversation using the prompts.
I'm sorry, Miss. I still don't get.
You are going to,
So I'm going to make a conversation
with Mr. Hafiz. You are going to be student B. Mr. Hafiz is going to be student A. And you are going to use these prompts to do the conversation. So you need to follow the prompts because each point is a point for the test. So you need to check each point in your conversation.
Ah, okay.
Still have 1 more minute to study the prompts. Okay, Mr. Hafiz, Ms. Odi, you may start the conversation.
Okay.
Mr. Hafiz, you are
Hafiz?
student A.
Hmm. Okay. Shall we start now?
Okay.
Okay. Um, Good morning, boss. Thank you for the opportunity to discuss with you today.
Good morning.
So, um, I want to discuss about our project to hold a corporate team building activity. So, I was look in calendar, and I think um, 24 January is the best day to hold our event.
I think that's good, but you should look into the schedule again.
Mm.
I'm afraid that maybe, we have plans there. So what do you think? Is there any typical activities?
Okay. About the date, I will look for the alternate. I will make a plan B for the date. So about the activity, I have two options. Maybe you can choose, and I need your suggest about that. Between go out to sport game or we held a karaoke competition.
Oh, okay. So what do you think? What do you prefer between the two?
I need your opinion about. I need your opinion about how about the sport game like swimming or marathon or karaoke competition. I ask for suggest.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
sorry,
what do you
sorry.
prefer?
Oh, yeah, sorry, sorry. My prefer is. I think karaoke competition is the best choice for our activity. Mm, but why? But how? What do you think?
I think either is good as long as everyone is join the team building activities. But why do you what do you think? You prefer sports game or karaoke?
I prefer karaoke competition. I prefer it.
Oh, okay.
I
Why is
prefer.
that?
Eh?
Why are you choosing karaoke?
Because it's a funny activities. Everyone can song their favorite song.
Oh, okay. What about we do a survey among the employees?
Okay, I will make Google form later to survey the interest of employee. Um,
Okay, cool.
as a
Is there
I
any
sug-
prize?
I suggest for we can give the winner the trophies or the other things. Maybe I can give free parking in. I can talk the manager to give our employee free parking and uh, charter lunch for the winners.
That's great. That is a good suggestion. Also, we can give token to everybody. What about that?
I think it's a good idea. So because it can encourage the interest of our employee to participate to the event. So thank you, boss, to discuss about that today. Goodbye.
Okay, great.
Oh,
Okay, bye.
there you go. Thank you, Mr. Hafiz and Miss Odi. Uh, you actually passed for almost 2 minutes of the time, so it took so long in the middle. I
Yeah,
think,
it's so confused.
yeah, you are
We
confused in
are
this
confused.
part. Yep.
OT confused and I confused.
I know.
So
So it's always better to stick to the prom. For
yes,
example, Miss Audie, you actually asked the why question, and Mr. Hafiz was like, it's not in the prom. What are you asking about? And then Mr. Hafiz's face is showing confusion. What the karaoke, when you said,
yeah,
I
I
prefer the
supported
karaoke
that.
competition, and then Miss Audie said, oh, why is that?
Because Hafiz hasn't said the suggestion.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
he
said
hasn't
this
said
for
anything
your
about
boss.
why.
This
I said
this
this
is
for success.
this is what usually happens during the test conversation, because you didn't have any practice with your partner, so you need to improvise the conversation straight away if your partner is having difficulties. Now that's what tough about the test, but overall, if you are calm about it, it's just like another conversation in real life. So yep, other than the time, I think the conversation went well. A little bit uh hesitation in the middle, so this one can be faster about the suggestion, and then survey among the employees. Finally, you got on to, yeah, I think we need to ask other employees if they can join the team building activity, then that's fine. Okay, so what else do I, oh yeah, Mr. Hafiz, you said this several times, to help the event. So to help, actually, you were already correct, to hold the
Hold,
event.
hold,
Yeah, to
hold
hold
on.
the event. So that's my only suggestion, because you keep repeating to help the event, to hold the event. There you go. Thank you, Mr. Hafiz and Miss Audie. Miss
Thank
Tita,
you.
Miss Dwi, are you ready? Okay. So Miss Tita and Miss Dwi, you are going to be partners. You are going to do conversation for this one. Miss Tita is going to be student A, Miss Dwi, student B. You have 2 minutes to check the prompts and to plan your conversation on your own.
Mbak Ayu kerja juga ini. Kerja apa?
Okay. Miss Tita and Miss Dwi, you have 3 minutes to make your conversation. You may start the conversation now.
Student A, Miss.
Miss Tita, you are student A. Miss Dwi is student B. Miss Tita, you may start now.
Okay. Hi, Miss Lee. Hello. Miss Lee, are you ready?
Yes.
I think you need to speak louder, Miss Tita.
Yes. Hi, Miss Lee. Hello, Miss Lee.
Hello, Miss Tita.
Do you still remember me?
I remember you.
Yes. Where department are you working now?
I'm now working at Secretariat Department. And you? How about you?
Yes, I'm now in development program in my office. What are you doing now?
Now I'm handling a correspondency in UIC.
And then now you join a company training. What are
Yes.
you? What's your occupation?
Pardon me? I don't hear your voice.
What's your occupation? And I see you join this training. Sri, what's your
Yes.
occupation? Why you join this training?
Hello.
Hey, Sri, why you join this company training? What's your occupation now?
Oh, I'm so sorry. I I want to improve my skill, and then I want to uh, get some new experiment like that. And why you join the training?
Yes, I see. I see that you. I'm joining this training to improve my company development program. And I want to learn about my department program. So
Okay.
I think we must to Okay.
Sorry, Miss Tati. The connecting is not good.
Sorry, Miss Devi, I'm confused.
Okay. So I suppose you are still here because it took a long time for you to do this part as what his or her occupation is. So my only suggestion, if your partner has difficulties to understand your question or the prompt, you can probably change the word into something else. For example, probably you can change it. So what do you do now? Occupation. What do you do now? What's your job now? Or something like that. So what's your job now? What do you have to handle? Something like that. So it's easier for the other person to understand uh, the question if you change the words, probably. You just need to try which word that your partner gets. Okay. And yeah, the connection problem um, is troubling all of us. So I hope you have better connection for the final test, so the conversation will be smoother. By the way, when you're asking what are you doing now, it's usually not asking about the job, but it's actually asking about, oh, I'm following a training now. So I'm following a training. But if you want to ask about the job, what do you do now? Okay, so what do you do now? Or what's your job now? Okay, there you go. This one is guess incorrectly. This one hasn't got to be mentioned up until the end. So I hope we can do better for the second one. Okay, Miss Tita, Miss Dwi. Now let's go back to Miss Putri and Miss. The first one, sorry, yeah, Miss Putri and Miss Ayu. We are going to switch roles. Miss Ayu is like, I thought we already finished with me. No, you are going to switch role. This time, Miss Putri is going to be student A and Miss Ayu is going to be student B. And you're going to do conversation 5. There you go. You have 2 minutes to check the prompts. Okay, Miss Ayu, Miss Putri, you may start the conversation now. You have 3 minutes.
I'm sorry, I'm gonna to student A or student B.
Miss Putri, you are student A. Miss Ayu is student B.
We will start with Miss Ayu.
Okay.
Okay, hi Miss Ayu. How are you today?
Hello, Miss Putri. I'm fine. And how about you?
I'm fine too. Okay, Miss Ayu, today I want to ask you about the fashion items today. Can you explain me about the sales of fashion items?
Oh, precisely. Uh, like, let's look to the chart. The fashion item from January to February, it's going fluctuated between skirt, pants, clothes, shirt, and etc. Miss.
Uh, I see in one of fashion item in church, there are a higher part in this. Uh, how the how about the reason why it's not for the highest part of sales?
Pardon me. Can you explain your question, Miss?
Okay. I see in this chart, in this graph, the source have a highest part in this graph. And can you tell me the reason why the source have the highest part in here?
I think because January to February is the change of the season, and most people want to running, so they want to buy new shoes like that.
Oh, okay, I see it. Um, how about the accessories? Why it's different with shoes? Because shoes highest in February, but the accessories is highest in January. How about it?
I think because people much have much the have having much pengeluaran in the New Year party, and that's so accessories is too much, and then in February they don't to buy again.
Oh, okay. I agree with you. I think there are people make outcome in January for accessories. I think enough is for your explanation.
Okay, thank you, Miss Putri.
Well done. You finished it on time, and you actually did all the points in the conversation. So thank you, Miss Ayu and Miss Putri. Well done. Some things that I would like to comment is Ayu, the phrase is let's look at the chart. Let's look at the chart. So not let's look to the chart, at the chart. Okay, let's look at the chart. And then Miss Putri, highest. So without the g sound, highest, because you keep repeating highest, the highest. Okay, so that's my only comments for that. By the way, Miss Ayu almost said the Indonesian, but you did say the Indonesian word pengeluaran. So please refrain from saying Indonesian words when you have a test. So instead of, if you went blank and you don't know what pengeluaran is in English, oh my God, I forget what is pengeluaran in English. You buy, that's a nice trick, by the way, when you said people buy many things for New Year's. So you didn't say pengeluaran. Okay, so you actually change it into something else, but that pengeluaran is already out in the open. But it's okay. I hope it doesn't happen later during the final test. Thank you, Miss Ayu and Miss Putri. Well done. Okay, the second partner, Miss Shahnas and Miss Fifi, are you ready? Okay, you are going to do conversation one. Miss Shahnas, this time you are going to be student A. Miss Fifi, you are going to be student B. Okay. You have 2 minutes to check the prompts. So because this one is already done by Miss Audi and Mr. Hafiz, I hope you can uh, learn from their mistakes and improve the conversation. Miss Shahnas, Miss Fifi, are you ready? You may start the conversation now. You have 3 minutes.
Hello, Sanas.
Hello.
And start.
Okay. Good morning. Is it really the HR room?
Good
Is it the
morning.
real? Is this the really the HR room?
Yes. And me, Fifi, staff of human resource. And can I help you?
Oh, yeah, I will introduce. My name is Shahnas. I'm new employee. My boss asked me to tell about celebrate new employee. So I want to hire a room and meet the manager human manager, human resource manager. Is that Miss Fifi?
Yes.
Oh,
And
okay.
yes, Miss Sanas.
For the celebrate new employee, I will make a compensation. I think for that to make a competition is my idea and my team is karaoke competition. How about the competition, karaoke competition, Miss Vivi?
You just said that you have an idea about celebration to make karaoke competition. Okay, it's not big a problem. And do you plan the date where
I,
when we can make it the competition?
for the date, my team asked me to weekend, so not so not uh, to uh, to so a long time for the competition. Uh, uh, Miss for uh, the winners, maybe give a catered lunch, Miss Fifi.
Have you any idea? Maybe you can give the trophies or voucher or another miss to make them more interest with our event.
I think maybe voucher for the see movie in the cinema.
Okay, it sounds great. The prize only for the winners or for all the people who join our event?
Yes, for the uh, trophies is voucher for the cinema. I think for my information about even new employee, Miss Vivi.
Okay, thank you so much for your helping, Miss Sanas.
Thank you, Miss.
Good luck.
Okay, there you go. I'm a bit confused. Which of you is student A actually? Because Miss Vivi suggests the trophies, free parking, and so on voucher, and Shahana's actually said that's a good idea. So you switch role at the end of the conversation. So I was like, why did you switch the roles? Okay. Um, Overall, that was a nice conversation, although there were some hesitations in the, especially this part when you missed the date, Miss Shahnas, and then Miss Fifi was like, why isn't Miss Shahnas following the prom? Probably Miss Fifi is thinking like that. So she actually asked, how about the date? Do you plan any date for that? So yeah, if your partner missed something in the prom, you can always ask your partner to elaborate more on the information. Um, I think you missed the survey among the employees, Miss Fifi. You didn't ask about.
Yes, Miss.
Mm-mm. How about doing a survey for the employees? Yeah, that one. So if it's possible, just follow the prompts point per point because, as I said, it is the guideline and it is what the proctor will score you for. If you can do the prom, not do, if you can ask those things in the prom, that will be the checkpoint for the proctor. So, Ms. Shahnas, the HR, human resources is HR in English. Ms. Shahnas kept saying the HR. Oh, HR. Okay, the HR. I think that's it. HR is my only, the one that I took notes of. So HR. Okay. Miss Pia, good morning. Assalamualaikum. You just joined the session. So we are practicing for our final test later. Just another reminder because Miss Pia just came to our Zoom session. For the final test, you will have 25 minutes of writing in which you need to finish a report or something, an email or something. But by the end of the 25 minutes, you need to submit that writing part, and then you are going to continue to the oral test part. So the oral test part is just like the mid test. You are going to do it 2 by 2 with a partner, and you are going to be given prompts like this. But you don't practice with the partner. You just have to do the conversation directly. Okay. Mr. Hafiz, Miss Audi, are you ready for your second part? Miss Audi is going to be student A. Mr. Hafiz is going to be student B. And you are going to do conversation 2, this one.
I'm sorry, Miss. I am going to be student A. Is that right?
Yes, you are going to be student A. Mr. Hafiz, student B. By the way, is Mr. Hafiz away from the keyboard? Mr. Hafiz, are you there? Oh, yep, he's there.
Are we starting now?
Not yet. You still have about 15 seconds.
Okay.
Okay, Mr. Hafiz, are you ready? Miss Adi, you may start the conversation. You have 3
I'm sorry.
minutes.
I'm student B, right?
Student B, got it.
Okay, I'll start now. Hi. Hi, Hafiz. That's you, right? You're Hafiz, right?
Yes, I'm Hafiz. B, long see.
Hey, I saw your picture in your Instagram yesterday. That looks
Ah,
nice. Hafiz, right?
yes, that's my new room. That's my room in my office.
Oh, that looks great. So, do you like it?
Yes, I like it so much. Thank you. That's a quiet place, neat, and it's a big room.
That looks a bit cold, actually, but it looks good. So, where's the location of the office?
Ah, my location is near of the airport, and uh, before after the uh, my office is after the my office near from airport, which mean
Oh,
65 minutes from airport.
oh, that's cool. Like your rooms? Tell me about that.
Oh, all right. My my room is the one of the room in office. So there are many chairs for customer that need to meet with me, and then my room is uh, it's comfortable for, compared another room in my office.
So, what about other rooms in your office?
Yes, the other is smaller than my room, and
Oh,
my room is yes smaller than the room. Eh,
oh, that's still great
ini
though.
apa sih? Ini kenapa jadi bingung? Thank Why so
Okay,
confused?
your room is smaller than the other room.
Yes, bigger than other room.
Oh, it's bigger. Oh, okay, that's great though. Okay, I'll see you later. Bye.
Why so
Okay.
confused in the end?
And why Mr. Hafiz said so many Indonesian and Japanese words? Say. Kok jadi bingung? So
It's still me.
please read
Near airport. Airport. My first image is near. So
the
is
location
it?
of the office means probably something like it's near the toilet or near the auditorium or something like that.
Oh.
So it's not
I think.
really near the
I think the
airport.
building, not. I think the building, not the my room.
Okay. So that's why Miss Audi is like, what? Okay. So if you can please refrain yourself from speaking Indonesian or Japanese. So if you do have to say, hang on, I'm confused. So instead of say, ako kok bingung. So hang on or wait a minute, I'm confused. Okay, so something like that. Also, for all, this is for all words that ends with this one. able. When we have this as the ending of the word, we don't say able, but able. So it's comfortable. What else? Durable, doable. Basically, it's not table, but comfortable. Okay. So everything with able at the end, the words that have able as the end should be read able. There you go. That's my only comment for Mr. Hafiz and Miss Odi's conversation. Other than that, this one is smoother than the first conversation, and you actually got to finish all the prompts. You asked all the things in the prompts. So well done, Mr. Hafiz and Miss Odi. Miss Tita, Miss Dwi, are you ready? Miss Dwi, you are going to be student A. Miss Tita, you are going to be student B, and you are going to do conversation 3. Okay, so sorry. This one. Okay. So student A is for Miss Dwi, student B is for Miss Tita. Okay, Miss Dwi, are you ready?
Hello, Miss Ita. Good morning.
Hi, Miss Lee. Good morning.
Miss Ita, I have idea to encourage dynamic environment, but I confused to uh, this is for what is kemajuan ya, to make our company to be good. I have idea why we not encourage dynamic environment with to to explain the uh, opinion or something.
Yes, that's interesting. I think to encourage dynamic environment, we must still supportive work culture as the creation of new creativity and innovation.
How about where we can setting up an idea board where employee can put their idea?
I think they can setting up an idea board
Maybe
front of
where?
the escalator, maybe front of the elevator. We can put in there.
This is good idea. Why you choose in front of the elevator?
I think every employee goes to in and out always out of the elevator. So yeah, so they can see the setting of an idea board in there.
Yes, this is good idea. Thank you so much. I will to continue my work. Thank you, Miss Tita. Bye bye.
Yes, Miss Lee, you are welcome.
Okay, there you go. I think it was actually about 1 minute and 40 seconds only. A little bit too short, a little bit too short. The ideal, when you have a 3-minute conversation duration for the test, the ideal one would be between 2 minutes and less than 3 minutes. So probably after you hit the 2-minute mark, it is okay to end the conversation. But before that, it will be considered a bit too short. You can ask more opinion about setting up an idea board, Ms. Dwi. If you are confused, you can roll the ball to your partners. And do you have any more opinion about it? Okay. So if you are confused and you don't know what to do, just ask for more opinion from the other partner. Okay. So, and the other partner can also do the same trick with you. What do you think about it? So instead of making the conversation too short, you can make it longer by asking each other's opinion. Okay, there you go. Miss Fia, let's practice. You are going to be my partner and we are going to try and do conversation 5, shall we? Okay, you are going to be student B and I'm going to be student A.
Oh, okay.
Let's study the prompts first for a minute or two.
Practice for like the
No,
in the
no
on the
practice. We
or
don't
no,
practice. Study the
I
prompt.
I mean the conversation is like a practice for with a diagram.
Yep.
Start. Oh yeah, yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So you are going to use this chart to explain the current sales figure later.
Okay.
Okay, ready, Miss Via?
Yeah. Okay.
So, hi.
Sorry, Miss. I request to the screen rather rather bottom, little bottom.
Oh, you cannot see the.
Yeah,
How
yeah.
is it? Is it better?
Okay.
So, hi, Miss Via. So, how is our fashion item sales this January and February?
I think we can look at the graph that the sales of the fashion item in January and February that's fluctuated, I think. But I think the sales in February better than in January.
I see. But as far as I can see, socks and stockings number is going so low in February.
Yeah, that's right. Maybe because the promotion it's not more significantly increase the sales, and but we can see that another items is still stable.
But I think we also need to increase that part, socks and stocking. Do you have any idea how to do that?
Maybe we can use another promotion, or we can give more discount or something like that to improve the sales of socks and stocking. We can see that maybe we can try the promotion with like a shoes promotion, because I think they have they have significantly sales on February.
I agree with you. I see that shoes number is rising high in February. So I was expecting socks and stockings would follow because usually socks and shoes go together. But I get your idea. Probably they didn't do shoes promotion. They didn't do promotion like the shoes department. How about this one though, the jacket? Why do you think it's going down?
Yeah, I think because on February we are on rainy time. No. We are in no in rainy time. So people doesn't choose jacket and more buy t-shirt, and they more decided to buy t-shirt
I see. I get the
because
point.
t-shirt sells higher than jacket in February.
Okay, I get the point. Thank you so much for the explanation then.
Okay, thank you, Miss.
There you go. That's the kind of conversations that you are going to have with your partner. I hope everyone can join the final test so you don't have to do the makeup final test. By the way, makeup final test means ujian susulan, in case you are confused what is makeup test, because some learners actually miss, I have to do a makeup test? What do you mean? I have to put on makeup? No. Okay. So makeup final test is ujian susulan. Okay. Do you have any questions before I end this session? About the final test, perhaps, or about the things that you have learned?
The material for final is from unit 3 until unit 5, Miss?
I hope
Or
so.
from...
But usually it's from unit 1. So it's from unit 1 until unit 5. But speaking of that, yeah, wish you luck, Miss Odi. Speaking of that, there are only 5 units anyway. So it's only about 5 topics. And we already covered all 5 topics in our practice this morning. So I hope that you are not confused about the conversation later. Do you have any more questions? No more questions? I know this is Monday and everybody is busy, but I hope you stay focused later on for the final test. So if you don't have any more questions, I'm going to end the session here. No questions? Good luck with your final test, everyone. Stay calm when you do the conversation and everything will run smoothly. If you are already panicking about the conversation, just like our real life conversation, if you are already nervous to speak to the person you have to speak to, it will influence your fluency. Okay, so stay calm. That's the best advice that I can give you. Thank you so much for joining this morning session, everybody. Have a great final test ahead. Good luck. Assalamualaikum.
Waalaikumsalam. Thank you so much, Miss Teti.
Thank you, Miss Shahnas, for joining.